These young men and women have set high standards for themselves by maintaining a minimum GPA of 3.5, upholding high standards of character, and willingly providing service to our community. And tonight we will honor their all-around excellence. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you East Forsyth Middle School's chapter of the National Junior Honor Society. We will now have our welcome by retiring President Melanie Scott.
Mr. Poteet, Ms. Williams, members of the faculty, parents, and students, welcome to the May 14th, 2015 NJHS Induction Ceremony. We are gathered here to formally recognize those students who have been selected by the faculty of our school for having successfully completed their candidacy and being inducted as new members of our NJHS chapter. For current members and those former members who may be among our guests, we hope this will serve to remind you of the standards of excellence you two are charged with maintaining as members of one of the nation's oldest, largest, and most prestigious student recognition programs. When the National Junior Honor Society was established by NASSP in 1929, the hope of the principals involved was to create an organization that would recognize and encourage academic achievements while also developing other characteristics essential to citizens in a democracy. These ideas of scholarship, leadership, service, citizenship, and character remain as relevant today as they were in 1929. Today, the National Junior Honor Society has become a prestigious organization ranking high among administrators, faculty members, students, parents, and residents of the community, and the reputation for excellence and the results of the commitment of the part of everyone involved. Through NJHS chapter service activities, members maintain and extend the qualities that won them selection. Member endows both in honor and commitment. It indicates that the member is willing to use personal talents and skills for the improvement of both self and society. Our chapter is proud to have been inducted new members for several years, and with today's ceremony indicates the continuing emphasis on excellence that we represent for our school and community. Throughout the years, members of our chapter serve as role models for other students. It is at this time that we proclaim to all in attendance that membership in the East Forsyth Middle School chapter of the National Junior Honor Society has been earned by the candidates through the effective demonstration of the 5 qualities that serve as standards of society. Thank you and welcome to the induction.
each retiring officer step forward as your name is called and receive a candle, symbol of the flaming torch of freedom, to lead others to follow the light. Treasurer Lindsay Hawley, Secretary Caitlin Stoltz, Vice President Ethan Raybon, and President Melanie Scott. Outgoing officers, you have made the candles which you will pass on to your successors. You have worked with patient care. We thank you for all your efforts. You have added to the history of this organization. We now ask you to pass your lighted candle to your successor. Outgoing officers, we thank you. And we will now have presentations by our newly elected officers as they review the qualities for the candidates, which are scholarship, leadership, citizenship, character, and service.
I represent leadership. Leadership should exert a wholesome influence on the school. In taking the initiative in class and school activities, the real leader strives to train and aid others to attain the same objective. The price of leadership is sacrifice the willingness to yield one's personal interests for the interests of others. A leader has self-confidence and will go forward when others hesitate. No matter what power and resources may exist in a country, they are ineffectual without the guidance of a wise leader. Leadership is always needed, thus to lead is a charge to each of our members. I represent scholarship. Scholarship means a commitment to learning. A student is willing to spend hours in reading and study, knowing the lasting benefits of a cultivated mind. We should continue to learn even when formal education has ended. For education ends only with the end of life. Knowledge is one of the great elements in life, which lead to the highest success. It can be acquired in only one way, through diligence and effort. Learning furnish the lamp by which we read the past and the light that illuminates the future. Candidates have the charge to continually expand their world through the opportunities inherent in scholarship. I represent citizenship, the obligation to each member of our society faces to live up to the democratic ideals given to us by the founders of our country. The responsibilities each of us has to our home community, our state, and our nation are many. As good citizens, we are bound to live up to the laws and guidelines which unite us as a civilized society. Good citizens work together to improve not only our lives, but the lives of our fellow citizens. Good citizenship requires that we remain strong and vigilant in protecting the freedoms and rights that we have been granted to us and in preventing injustices from entering our lives. We, the members of our chapter, are called to live up to the high standards of citizenship from the day forward. I represent character. Character is the force within each individual which distinguishes that person from others. It gives each of us our individuality. It is that without which no one can respect himself, nor hope to attain the respect of others. It is this force of character that guides one through life, and when once developed, grows steadily. Character is achieved and not received. It is the product of constant action, striving daily to make the right choice. The problem of character is the problem of self-control. We must be, in reality, what we wish to appear to others. By demonstrating such qualities as respect, responsibility, trustworthiness, integrity, fairness, caring, and citizenship, we may hope to prove by example that we value character. I represent service. Service can be described in various ways. In the routine of the day's work, many opportunities arise to help others. Willingness to work for the benefits of those in need, without momentary compensation or without recognition, is the quality we seek in our membership. We are committed to the idea of volunteering our time and ability to the creation of a better tomorrow.
The installation of any group of officers is an important and serious occasion. You have indicated your faith and trust in these, your elected officers, to serve for the coming year. Their service and accomplishments depend largely on your cooperation. Following is as important as leading. In any organization, there comes a time when some must lead for a while and others must follow. Treasurer, Trinity Johnson. Secretary, Maya Keiko. Vice President, Sierra Turner. And President Rachel Tang. You have been duly elected by your peers to assume positions of leadership for our chapter. In accepting these offices, you have indicated your willingness to give the best in time and effort to carry out the principles of the National Junior Honor Society. With this in mind, do you pledge your best efforts to these offices you now accept? If so, new officers, please respond, we do. To the members of this chapter, you see before you the new leaders of our chapter. Do you pledge to support these, your newly elected officers, to the best of your ability, willingly offering your time and talents as they lead our chapter in fulfilling the purposes of National Junior Honor Society? If so, please respond, we do.
We do.
New officers, may your light blaze forth for a successful year, and at the expiration of your term of office, may it be passed on with satisfaction that much was accomplished for the welfare of our school and chapter. We welcome you as the new officers of our chapter. Congratulations. New inductees, please stand. And repeat after me. I pledge to maintain high scholastic standing, to hold as fundamental and worthy an untarnished character, to endeavor intelligently and courageously to be a leader and to give of myself freely in service to others. In doing so, I shall prove myself worthy of a place in the National Junior Honor Society. To all members and officers, I congratulate you and welcome you into the National Junior Honor Society. As I call your name, please come forward and receive your certificate of membership. Maya Keiko. And Trinity Johnson. Trayvon George. Sydney Watson. Shaylee Carding. Kaya Rowdy. Juan Reyes. Samaya Warren. Ivan Reyes. Adanya Muzan. Isabel Tucker. Sarah Seeley. Jacob Brian Fletcher. Gwenda Seymour. Nicole Glastetter. Dominic Panino. Elijah Rosello. Riley Keeler. And Casey Green. Oh, and I have one more. Wendy Torres. Before we conclude, I would like to thank you, our parents, for such fine students. Your contributions and sacrifices are the reason for their great success, and we thank you. Before you leave, if you would please take the chair that you're sitting in and return it to the chair rack, we would greatly appreciate it. We do have refreshments to your right.